What's up, y'all? I have no idea. My phone just went dead, so hope it don't do it again. I was doing it and then it just went dead. So here we are, back to part two, Bahala Na. We'll see what happens. So it's day 430. It's June the 4th, 2021. And according to the coronavirus pandemic live on YouTube, as of 5 o'clock p.m. on June 4th, on the global front, it was 3,731,248 all over the world. And here in the United States, 612,202 have died. Hey, Cynthia, what's up? Thank you for coming on board. Yesterday, it was 3,720,878. And in the United States, 611,572. And a year and 2 months ago, it was 263,000 all over the world and 73,000 here in the United States. I want to do birthday shout out. Okay, so a birthday shout out on
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom.
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:25 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share of drogas, but we.
That's my new little music thing I put on here instead of having the flag. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing, baby? It's good to see you on here. So, birthday shout out today. Birthday shout out to my Facebook friends who I have on here. Happy birthday to you, Judith. Happy birthday, Crucia, Adolphus, and Valdez. Happy birthday, y'all. Yeah. All right. Oh, since you like that, yeah, I think I like that music too. All right, I'm gonna keep that. Thank you. On historical birth, on June the 4th in the year 1394, Philippa, Queen of Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. She was born. In 1915, Modibo Keita became the first president of Mali. But he was born. That's when he was born. And his claim to fame was that he ended up becoming the first president of Mali when it got their independence. 1932, John D. Barrymore. He was born. He's an actor in the United States. He was born in 1932 on June the 4th. 1956, Keith David. That's an African-American actor. Y'all know him. He be playing some pretty good things. I like that. And 1968, Al B. Shore, rhythm and blues singer, songwriter, and a producer right here in USA. So, hey, happy birthday to all of y'all whose birthday was today and all those on historical birth. So, happy birthday. Okay, let's go over to prayers and thoughts. Prayers and thoughts. I want to give gratitude and give respect to the front line, to the essential workers. Thank you. Everything that you are doing has made it possible for us to get to where we are today. I thank you. Sometimes people forget and they don't, or they take you for granted. And I just want to say, every time I see a frontline worker, one of those doctors, those nurses, the EMT, the fire department, the police, anybody that's on the front line, I appreciate what y'all doing. And those essential workers, you know who you are. You out here working. You out here and you come in contact with the public all the time. That's you bus drivers, the bus drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores and restaurants and the hotels, the people who I call out every time I get on here and do this. So, to all of you, I say thank you, gratitude, much respect, and I appreciate what you're doing. So today when I get and ask people to shout and yell, There was people in some of my neighbors were blowing whistles and clapping their hands. And so, understand we appreciate what you are doing. Now, I want to say in memory, so I have prayers and thoughts in memory for all of those who have been killed by the criminals, by those thugs, by drug dealers, by the police, by law enforcement, by the Ku Klux Klan, the gangbangers, the Nazis, the bigots, the white supremacists, the co-workers, people who committed suicide, people who died because of somebody else's stupidity or action. You know what I'm saying? It's like you drunk or you high and you don't know what you're doing and you run over somebody and kill somebody. So that person was innocent. They just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and they got killed. So I'm asking you to, keep them in your memory and your prayers and memory and prayers for those who have passed away. We've all had loved ones who have passed on and, so keep them in your prayers and your thoughts. Call somebody and let them know that you're thinking about them and so hey, Marlene Munoz, what's up? I see you up here, girl. It's good to see you on here. Thank you for coming on by. Hey, y'all, good people. If you ever have to get on a plane and you get a chance to talk to somebody like we did, this was the perfect person to talk to. She's really good people. And she's also on the front line. She works in that field, on the medical field, working with people, helping people. So you know what? This shout out is going out to you too, Marlene Munoz. Okay, I hope I said it right. Marlene Munoz. But anyway, you know where my heart is. Hey, and as always, I want to say his name, Ronald Green, murdered by the Louisiana State Police on May 10th, 2019. I need you to go to Google, YouTube, Facebook, go to whatever media thing you can and look up this brother, okay? He was murdered by the Louisiana State Police 2 years ago, and they ain't did nothing. They have not done a damn thing. One of the cops actually got suspended for 50 hours. That's 2 days and 2 hours. And it wasn't even for what he did. It was for turning off his body cam. So that's what he got. 50 hours for turning off his body cam. Another cop, they actually suspended him or fired him, and he went out there and got in a car accident and got killed. Sound a little suspicious to me? I don't know, but that's just what I think. All right? So, hey, Ronald Green, we say their name all the time. We say George Floyd. We know what happened to George Floyd. Breonna Taylor, we know what happened to Breonna Taylor. Ahmaud Arbery, we know. Okay? Adam Toledo in Chicago, 14 years old. Alejandro Nieto, Guadalupe Ochoa. Black and brown, we're being murdered and stuff. So, we got to say their names, keep their name on here, and let's keep it going to see what it's all about. Okay? So, all right, now to the next thing. Bahala Na. I told y'all, Bahala Na means it is what it is. What will be. Kind of like in Spanish case, Sarah, Bahala Na means all of that, but it also means that no matter what's going on, we will come back and we will survive and we will continue to fight. So like today, I started off my my shout out and everything, and right as I was talking, the phone went dead. Or, I lost Facebook. So here it is. That's why I'm calling this part 2. I got to do it all over again, but that's all right. On the world and local events, your boy, Donald Duck, also known as T-Rump, was suspended from Facebook for 2 years. Okay, yeah, suspended for 2 years. I don't know what they're going to do, but, he's got his followers and they still do everything that, they see everything with him. But, hey, we got to fight against Trumpism. He's a racist. I don't care what anybody say. Trumpism is synonymous with racism. All right, ex-Vice President Pence. He admitted yesterday that he may never see eye to eye with T-Rump. Okay, well, I don't even know why Pence would even want to see eye to eye with that man. I'm going to call him with that clown. Because for one thing, if y'all remember, Trump sat up there and said that, Pence was nothing. He called him out his name and everything. And Pence is still trying to defend that man, that clown. Come on, man. Pence, you the chump for even sitting up here and not coming out against him more. But that's you. That's you, Pence. I want you to know that if they would have got you, them white supremacists, those MAGAs, they was talking about hanging you, man. They even put up a hanging noose for you outside. And you want to defend that clown, but that's on you, bro. That's on you. All right. According, 140 Capitol Police were injured on the January 6th riot. 17 are still out due to injury. Now, you know that most of those white supremacists, they are Blue Lives Matter. They was carrying the Blue Lives Police Matter flags and stuff, and yet they're the ones that attacked the police. Come on, man. The only time... All right, I'm gonna leave all that alone. Y'all know how I feel about the white supremacists. Y'all know how I feel about Trump the clown, Donald Duck, and all that stuff. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, historical calendar. June the 4th, 1745, Frederick the Great, the Prussian army defeat the Austrian army of Prince Charles at the Battle of Hohenstrassen. I didn't even bother to write that down because that was like the word was too long. And I don't even know if I'm saying the name of the battle correctly, but that's what it was. He beat them, and that's when the Prussian army got real big time. 1862, the Civil War. The rebel troops evacuate Fort Pillow. Okay, hey Sharon Free, what's up, baby? So, all right, let me give y'all a little history. I know I'm not supposed to digress and regress and sit up here and express all my feelings, but I want to tell you about Fort Pillow. It's true that the rebel troops evacuated Fort Pillow and that the Union ended up taking it over. Now, y'all heard of Forrest Bedford. Forrest Bedford was a Confederate general. And before he became a Confederate general, he was a slave owner and a slave trader. And by that, he would go buy slaves and go take them around. And, he was like a merchant. Anyway, he ended up becoming a general of the Confederate Army. And the Confederates decided they were going to take back Fort Pillow. Fort Pillow was a garrison with about 700 troops. At least 300 of them were what they called Tennessee volunteers. Remember now, Tennessee was one of those border states. Tennessee had Confederates fighting, had people fighting for the Confederates, and they had people fighting for the Union. I'm talking about white folks. White people that lived in Tennessee was either rebels or Union. All right? So they hated each other. Then you had like black soldiers who were part of the garrison at Fort Pillow. There's 400 of them. Bedford Forrest, they attacked, and then they had some weak ass generals on weak ass Union officers, and they ended up deciding to surrender because like they had fought a little battle, but like I said, the Union had weak officers, and they ended up calling for a surrender. But the Confederates was mad because they did not appreciate the fact that the Union soldiers was white, what they call white traitors, and that there was black soldiers. So they went in there, and even though they were surrendering, they killed a lot of black soldiers who were in the act of surrendering. And they killed some of the Union soldiers, the white Tennessee soldiers that tried to surrender. They didn't kill as many of them as they did the black soldiers, but that was a massacre because it was like done right after they surrendered. After Afterwards, though, the black soldiers went around talking about remember Fort Pillow, and they said they wasn't taking no white rebel soldiers as prisoners either. So anyway, that's a little note. Look that up, Fort Pillow, see what would happen. 1876, June the 4th, a transcontinental express train arrived in San Francisco, come all the way from New York. It took 83 hours and 39 minutes. Okay, so I ain't good at math. I know that 48 hours is two days. I'm not even gonna try to figure all that out. Anyway, 83 hours and 39 minutes, and there was a record. So it was called a Transcontinental Express Train. 1876. 1939, right here in the United States, was a merchant ship. I don't know if it was a merchant ship or a ship called the St. Louis, and it could have been like one of those liners. What do you call them things? Like a ship liner? You know what I'm talking about. Like all right, ocean liner. Anyway, it had 963 Jewish refugees, and this was in 1939. It was before war actually got started. The war didn't even really get started. So these are refugees. They trying to get up out of Germany, trying to get away from Hitler and the Nazis. And they went all the way to the United States of America, to the land of freedom, equality, justice for all. And when it got to Florida, the United States turned them away. Turned these Jewish refugees away. And these weren't even black folks. These were Jewish. And turned them away. Then they went to Cuba, and they got turned away in Cuba too. But in 1939, Cuba was still kind of under the control of the United States. 1939, they was like lackeys to the United States. But anyway, it got turned around, and they sent the ship back to Europe, and the ship ended up going back. I guess they ended up going back to Germany. And of the research I shows that 200 of the 963 Jewish refugees ended up dying in Nazi concentration camps. I don't know what happened to the other 763. I don't know, but I'm happy that they got away. But I'm just saying to you, this shows that not only was there racial prejudice and bias, but there was also that whole thing on the religious thing. So that's my thing, y'all. Mabuhay. Aman la awetu. Que viva. Ashe. Harambe. Mahalo. Hokahe. Wakanda forever. Jayu. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, inshallah. Yeah. And hey, y'all, stay safe, stay strong. I'm gonna get up out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday, Ria Zenobia. That's her birthday tomorrow, June the 5th. So I put in a plug for my daughter because it is my daughter, so I put in a plug. Ria Zenobia. That girl can sing. My daughter, she can sing. But hey, anyway, y'all, get vaccinated if that's what you choose to do. If you don't choose to do it, that's on you. It's all right. That's your choice. You have that choice to you choose to do what you think is best for you. Wear a mask. I wear a mask when I go out, and I've been vaccinated. I got both my shots, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? That's it. I'm not gonna talk no more. I'm gonna get up out of here. Everybody, peace. One love.